There was a battle going on overhead, but the ocean's depths were quiet and serene. The nuclear-powered sub labored soundlessly, and the divers who emerged from its hatch were professionally calm. Only the viciousness of their weapons bespoke their sinister intent. By the year 2000, much of the Earth's fuel reserves had been depleted, and oil-desperate nations turned to the sea, unofficially claiming vast areas, setting up oil rigs, drilling deeper than ever before, and ruthlessly destroying any wildcatter who strove to stake a claim in their domain. Overhead, a battle was in progress, and the lead diver and his companions were assigned the very special role of assassins. The time bombs they carried would be planted on one of these wildcat rigs, and, later, when the sub was well out of the area, the bombs would detonate. The wildcatters would be destroyed with frightening finality. While the divers planted their charges, and the copters distracted the miners and destroyed their boats, he had been ordered to murder Sebastian. Sebastian, a survivor, had weathered worse onslaughts, and his attackers were taking no chances. They wanted Sebastian dead. Sebastian watched the choppers swoop out of the western sky. He didn't have to see inside the cabins to know that they were heavily armed. The pilots and those who rode shotgun were mercenaries like himself. The nationalities were different, but the mentality, the training, the things that mattered were the same. It was going to be one hell of a fight. Something screwy. They can't hope to destroy the installation with machine guns. There must be heavier artillery on the way.
Worry about that when the time comes.
We've blasted their choppers out of the sky, but more keep coming. Why? They must know they don't stand a chance. Decoys. Too pointless to be anything else. I just wish I knew where the real threat was coming from.
Sebastian, behind you. Frogmen with mean-looking spear guns and time bombs.
Careful, Jill. Those aren't ordinary explosives. They're limited focus neutron weapons rigged to a timing device. I've used them myself. If they detonate, their radiation will kill everyone aboard, leaving the rig in perfect operating condition.
The choppers are pulling back, getting into information to make another sweep.
Mrs. Heckman, the choppers got our supply launch and the emergency lifeboats. We have no way of getting off this rig. So that's their game. The copters are more than simple decoys. They mean to leave us stranded here while the radiation turns us into gibbering protoplasm. The bombs are set to go off soon, but I've worked with them before. I should be able to defuse them before it's too late. Done. Now dump these bodies overboard and send the bombs after them. They shouldn't be active now, but I want them as far away as possible. There must be a sub nearby. Where else could the froggies have come from? A robot mine will find it.
It's too dangerous. An undersea explosion of that magnitude could open a fault on the ocean floor.
We've got no choice. Once the sub goes, the choppers aren't likely to hang around. Launch the mine! Way down deep, the explosions came, right on schedule. The mild quake that left a hairline fissure in the ocean floor was hardly noticed on the rig above. The crewmen call you Mrs. Heckman?
Yes, I thought you knew. My husband died in a rig accident up north 2 years ago.
The last 2 years have been difficult for Jill Heckman. When she built this Wildcat rig on the edge of an undersea cliff in the Sea of Amen, she had known that the Arabs would try to run her off. There had already been one serious attack. Others would surely be forthcoming, so she had hired Sebastian to protect the rig. He'd been carefully screened, of course. Jill knew all about the Chicago street gangs, the time in prison, the circumstances behind his military discharge, his mercenary activities in Africa and Ireland. She knew that once hired, he would stay hired, no matter how much the other side offered. She hadn't known that he would be a man she could like and respect as he liked and respected her, or that the partnership would become a friendship.
You were right. The copters aren't coming back.
Still, we're stuck on the rig, and the Arabs are still jamming our radio, so we can't get help from the outside. And if the explosion cracked the shelf this rig sits on, it goes sliding into the sea, and we go with it. Mrs. Heckman, Sebastian! The drill rods have been sheared smooth. Not cut or bored. It's as though they never existed.
Huffman, get the bathysphere ready. I'm sending you and Simpson down to have a look.
Bathysphere operational. Lower away. What do you see down there, Simpson? Not a damn thing. Even our X-ray scanners can't penetrate the darkness. Must be a malfunction somewhere. No, it isn't the equipment. Something is alive down here. Something black. It's shapeless. It's sucking us in. Simpson, what is it? Come in! Damn it, we've lost contact completely. They're not coming up. Whatever sheared the drill rods has gotten them as well. I wonder, maybe the explosives we dropped freed something that was trapped.
They're preparing the other bathysphere now. I'm going down.
This isn't necessary, Jill. I'm the hired troubleshooter. There's no reason for you to...
Whatever it is, it's a scene where the Arabs failed. If we keep losing men and equipment at this rate, the whole operation will be shut down in no time. The rig is my responsibility. I've never been one to sit back and reap in profits while others take all the risks. Sebastian, look, a pit. There's something oozing from it. It appears to be some kind of antimatter. Whatever it touches turns to nothingness. When antimatter meets matter, there's a big boom, not a quiet disintegration. It must be something else. Have you ever heard of alkahest?
Isn't that something for a heartburn?
What if alkahest forms the Earth's core? It's the universal solvent, the fifth element that alchemists have sought for centuries. They say it dissolves any containers, nothing can hold it.
All the more reason to go back to the surface. We can't stop this thing by ourselves. It's going to take a lot of brilliant minds and money. Let's go. I say we haul our buns out of here. Remember what Simpson said about suction? Suction?
Slowly, that nothingness is dissolving the Earth's crust from the inside out. Our bombs and our drilling have punctured a hole deep enough for some to escape. Now it's so close to the surface, drills and bombs can produce a leak. Even if we could plug the pit, how long before Earth's outer crust is dissolved as well?
It's too late, Jill. It's sucking us in just like it did Simpson. I can't turn it around. Get on the radio. Make as full a report as you can. Too late. Jill saw the hole in the bathysphere and the tentacle of nothingness that crept hungrily toward her. Sebastian felt blackness touch his foot, his ankle, his calf, his knee. He felt no pain, but with each step he was aware that another part of his body was gone. In a calm, controlled voice, Jill Heckman transmitted her final message. She didn't know how much of it would be understood above. Probably very little. But at least she warned them. My God! Did you hear that? It's the end of the world! How are we going to evacuate the rig? The launch and the lifeboats are gone. We'll radio for help. Oh man, another air assault on the way. Everybody to their battle stations! There was nothing more she could do. Oh, Jesus! Interference jamming the signal. The Arabs are creating static, stopping our transmissions. I can't send any messages. They're sending in the heavy bombers with more explosives. The next blast's going to blow that crack wide open. The Earth is on the verge of extinction, and we're the only ones who know we can't escape, and we can't warn anybody. It's like shouting into a pit at the center of the Earth.